Shalom, shalom. It is Michael Israel uh, coming on here and just coming from the gym. Finally got back into the gym after the feast. Um, I've been meaning to get in earlier, but things didn't work out that way. But getting back into the groove of things, and wanted to come on here and just really drill in because things I'm seeing, things I'm hearing, and I, there's something that I don't hear being said. So I decided to do this video on why people quit when the going gets tough. Okay, and you know, if you've been watching on social media, or whatever, you see a lot of um, out there, a lot of people making videos, saying stuff about straightway, this, that, and the other, um, and being very critical. And I am doing this video because I have a unique perspective on this thing because I am a member of Straightway. I've been a member for a couple of years now, more than a couple, probably 4 or 5 years now. I've been ahead of an assembly for the same amount of time. Um, and I deal with Pastor Dow and other leaders a lot. I'm up at the hub a lot, so I see a lot what goes on there. And you know, and the biggest thing I've seen is just that amazes me, and it's just how critical people are of uh you know of everybody but themselves. You know what I'm saying? I have been all over prior to coming to Straightway. I know y'all have heard me say it a million times. um I've been all over uh the so-called Hebrew Israelite, whatever you want to call that out there, the so-called Hebrew Israelite people out there profess to be following this book. I've dealt with them. If you go back a couple of years on my channel, 5, 6, 7 years ago on my channel, you'll see my dealings with a lot of these people out there. And you know, I, I've seen what's out there. Dealt a lot with Christianity. Been in the military. I've seen a decent amount in my I guess almost 50 years on this earth. I've seen a decent amount of people, and nothing amazes me. Nothing. Um, uh, I would say nothing disturbs me more. Disturb wouldn't be the right word, but nothing concerns me more, and than the stuff I need to work on. That's why I don't microanalyze other people too much. I get it. Just with my struggles, I understand nobody's perfect. Okay. And I don't care what they say, or how they want to word it. Nobody's perfect. I get it. But I still stand 100% on it that the saints here in Straightway as a whole, has by far, without a doubt, hands down, nothing else comes into mind, has been the most righteous group of brothers and sisters that I've ever met and came around. From leadership, from top level, from the top all the way down, it has been the most righteous group of brothers and sisters I've ever been around, that I've ever seen together, working together. That I said the most righteous. I didn't say everybody's perfect. Everybody got their issues. We deal with stuff, but what I've found is a pattern I've seen personally, just being over the head of an assembly. I have seen some of the some of the people who are wrestling with Satan the most. A lot of times they're the most critical people of everybody else. Why? Because they don't know how to look at themselves. Therefore, all that wickedness in them festers and runs amok. But the only thing they could see is little trivial outside stuff. I don't got time. Like, I don't get it. Like, what people coming to me with today is like, people are upset about a goddamn pen. Like a pen, like a thing you I said, what? I was like, bro, I'm trying to figure out how to get a business running and get my mind right. And dudes is mad about a pen. Somebody make it make sense. It's like, bro, if the pen's a pen, and it's not a writing pen, it's like a thing you wear on your clothes. Don't do it. Like, if it's off, don't do it. I don't know what to tell you, but they said, man, Muggs is running a monkey fool on that. Make it make sense. I can't tell you. And look, I keep it 1,000. Michael Israel keeping it 1,000 with you all day. There's plenty of things I've seen in Straightway that I was like, don't sit right, whatever. It's like nothing is gonna be perfect, but it's some of these people, man. We've seen it firsthand in our assembly. At the first sign of trouble, you see people go straight to their carnal nature. No endurance, no long suffering. Like, you just see a overreaction, and it just lets you know, hey, they weren't all way in this in the first place. But then I got brothers. You heard what I said? I got brothers around me that, man, it's like that video. What was that video? The Town. I think it was called The Town. Let me turn this car. There's a movie. I think it's called The Town with Ben Affleck, and Ben Affleck goes over to his boy's house, and he's like, "Hey, I got he's like, we're gonna go do something. It's gonna be real bad. People are gonna get hurt, and you can't ever ask me anything about it." And his boy looks up at him. He's like, "Whose car are we taking?" I got dudes rocking with me like that. That's a brother. You know what I'm saying? Those are brothers. And I've been blessed to have a bunch of brothers like that around me. And then you got other dudes that, you know what I'm saying? It's like they need Vagisil and stuff like that every 5 minutes. Anything you do, you see what I'm saying? And it's like, I thought y'all could go watch the first video I did after I met Straightway and listen to it. You could go back 5-6 years ago on my channel and watch the first video I did talking about Straightway. I was like, yeah. I was like, they masculine. You know what I'm saying? I was like, they was real ass dudes, straight up. Like, that was the thing that took me, because there's so many feminine, sensitive, you know what I'm saying, dudes that I ran into in so-called the Hebrew Israelite movement. Timid, soft, you know? And it never ceases to amaze me of feminine men how they find a way to, weed themselves out or whatever you want to call it. You know, I could go all in on it. Y'all already know I ain't ducking no smoke. So anybody want to come on here and question it, whatever. Um, but it never ceases to amaze me that people would be blind to the fact that how they're actually moving like that, with where it's just some little trivial thing. I quit. I'm done. Now I'm not doing it. It's like, okay. I didn't know, people talk about voting with their feet. I didn't know this was a democracy or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I thought we were a nation gathering ourselves together. It's just, man, there's a lot of religiosity, and y'all, I'm telling you, man, I just ain't, I don't get caught up in all that super religiosity and stuff like that. It's about enduring hardness as a good soldier. You're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get offended, you're gonna get, like, things are gonna happen that you don't like, and you need to learn how to process it like an adult and like a man. I'm not even gonna say like a man. You need to learn how to process things like an adult, me included. Like, since I've come in the straight way, it's been a growing process. Learning how to process certain things, deal with certain things, learning what not to deal with. And it's like, but this is at the core of it, is, again, a lack of what would you call the word? A lack of introspection, maybe. Like, let me say it like this, because I know a lot of people think, oh, you trying to come hard, you marginalize people, will get upset with me. Y'all, let me tell you, if you serious about getting yourself right and the issues you got, like, people ain't gonna be operating like some of the stuff I see. You know what I'm saying? Even when somebody treat you sideways, it's an opportunity for self-development and growth. And I'm not talking nothing I don't see. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not talking about nothing that I haven't done or experienced. Because, look, I get the same emotions other people get: frustration, anger, this, that, the other, you name it. Them thoughts try to come in, try to speak to you. But again, this is how we know who the real saints are. Because everybody, I keep saying this, everybody on Shabbat, when the music's going and everybody's there and everybody's around you, yeah, everybody looks holy on Shabbat. It's easy. But what I found is, when the rubber meets the road and you're in that pressure, stress situation, I have watched with almost a 90% consistency. I've watched people choose Satan or choose their carnal nature in situations that the Bible clearly tells you to do to go the other route. Maybe a good term to talk about is that enduring substance. You know what I'm saying? I watch so many people, when they're in that furnace of affliction, they do not trust Yah. They go straight. They trust. Their carnal nature is a God that they serve. I've seen it. and especially over the last couple months. It's like, hey, somebody doing something, certain things, a lot of stuff I see. I've said this before. There's every single thing I have seen, um, since I've been in Straightway that might not sit right with me. That I was like, you know. And the way I am, unless it's something critical, I'm not saying nothing anyway. Okay. Um, but the stuff I have seen that I was like, you know, that might not be the correct thing or whatever. Every single thing I've seen has been addressed just by me being patient, trusting the Father. Now, if it's something grievous, then yeah, I'm gonna speak up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like, I am just blown away by what it takes, what will make some people quit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the word on the streets is we're dumb. We're dumb. The reason we rocking with Shep so hard, with Pastor so hard, and Straightway so hard, because we dumb military people and dumb pro athletes, and we don't, we don't know how to. We just want to follow somebody or something like that. No, we understand what it is to be on a team. We understand the pros and we understand the cons of being on a team. You know, we understand what you got to sacrifice, and we understand what you know what I'm saying. We understand what it takes. All right, it's open. Anyway, wanted to come on and say that, hit y'all with that. There'll definitely be more coming soon, but definitely put. All right, somebody said, let's answer some questions. Somebody said, whose team though? I was on team U.S. military, team Air Force for a while. Now I'm on team Yah. I said earlier in the show today that in this show right here, I talked about the brothers I have around me in my home assembly that we're in. We got about five brothers that through thick and thin, they rolling hard. They're not going to quit just because, one day they wake up and, they're going through menopause or something's happening with them. And, so I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Whose team, though? That team. My team brother. That's the team. You know what I'm saying? Where it talks about loving your brother as you love yourself. But you got a lot of people, man, and maybe I need to do a show on that. They don't love themselves. So how you going to love your brother? If you don't know, I did a whole series on, what's that called? Spiritual self-development. I have a playlist for it. Y'all should check it out, where I break down what it really means to love yourself. But if you don't even know who you are and what's going on inside your head, how are you going to love yourself? And a lot of these people who are hypercritical of everybody else, it's because they don't know themselves. So yeah. But anyway, that's all I wanted to come on here and say for now. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. If y'all got any questions, put them in the comments. Shalom, shalom.